Hi, boys and girls. Today you're going to be doing lesson 4-4, which is multiplying a decimal by a whole number. So I'm going to start with a couple of examples to help you with today's questions. So let's start with 33 and 7/10 times 6. So when you're multiplying a decimal by a whole number, it's really not much different than multiplying a whole number by a whole number. Okay, it's just that your answer or your product, you're going to insert a decimal point. So let's pretend the decimal point isn't there. So if I pretend, then here I go. 6 times 7 is 42. Put down my 2, carry my 4. Okay, and I'm putting the 2 in the ones place and carrying the 4 into the tens place. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 4 is 22. Put down my 2, the tens place, carry my 2 over here to the hundreds place. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. Okay, so I'm getting this 2022. But remember, it was 33 and 7/10 times 6, not 337 times 6. So I've got a decimal point right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to count how many numbers are behind the decimal point, and that's how many loops you're going to make. And that's how many places you're going to move the decimal point over and then move it back into your product. So in other words, my decimal point is here. I'm going to move it one place out. Okay, because there's one number behind the decimal point. I'm going to bring it down to the end of my product or my answer, and I'm going to put it one place in. So my answer is 202 and 2/10. Let's try another one. Okay, so let's say we had 73 times 4 6/10. And remember, the commutative property of multiplication says that the order of my factors doesn't change my answer. So it wouldn't matter if I had the 4 6/10 on the top or on the bottom. Okay, so again, I'm going to multiply the numbers. 6 times 3 is 18. Put down my 8, carry my 1. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. So my first partial product is 438. I'm going to add a 0 here to hold the place because I was doing 6 times 73. The 6 was in the ones place. I got to hold the ones place because now I'm doing the 4, which is in the tens place. If I was doing whole numbers. Now I'm multiplying this. 4 times 3 is 12. 2, carry my 1. Which I got rid of this and this. I'll put a 1 here. 4 times 7 is 28, and 1 is 29. I'm going to line up the numbers as they fall. 8 and 0 is 8. 3 and 2 is 5. 9 and 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3, carry my 1. 2 and 1 is 3. Now I'm going to go back to my example here. I'm going to count how many numbers are behind the decimal point. There's 1, so I'm going to bring the decimal point out. Okay, bring it down to the end of my product and bring it one place in. So however many numbers are behind the decimal point, that's how many places I'm bringing or I'm looping out and then bringing it back into my answer. So my final answer is 235 and 8/10. And let's try one more. Let's say we had 82 and 9/10 times 20. Okay, well, 0 times 9 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 8 is 0. I have to put a 0 to hold the place. 2 times 9 is 18, 8 carry my 1 here. 2 times 2 is 4 and 1 is 5. Line up these numbers. And then 2 times 8 is 16. Now I'm going to add my partial product. 0 and 0 is 0, 8 and 0 is 8, 5 and 0 is 5. The 16 comes down. This, again, I have one number behind the decimal point. So I'm going to bring my decimal point out one place, bring it down, and bring it into my product one place. So my final answer here is 1,658. All right, well, I hope this helps, and good luck with your questions today. All right, bye.